All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our webinar. First, I would like to start, like I've put in the chat, we're working with a translation tool. So you can download the application that you see here on the screen through the App Store or the Google Play. And if you enter the code that you can see here, you will be able to have live translation into your own language. Let me put the code in the chat. So if you are not seeing it from the beginning, you can type this one in and then you can start connecting. So download the app. So Fabrice, you can kick it off.
Thank you, Vincent. Good day to everyone. My name is Fabrice Payet. I'm the modern work lead for Europe at TD SYNNEX, and I'm joined with Vincent. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, sorry, I was still typing. So hello, yeah, I'm Vincent. Also, like Fabrice, we are a co-working team leading the EMEA commercial lead for the modern work business.
Thank you, Vincent. So a quick overview of the agenda of these 45 minutes we're going to spend together today. We are going to take a quick overview on the why we decided to prepare this webinar for you. Spend a little bit of time around who is SYNNEX after the merger we had with Tech Data and SYNNEX, and presenting a little bit further the different programs that we put in place in order to help you in this transformational journey following Microsoft products and solution. And a little bit deep dive around the news around the Microsoft certification program and how we can really secure a Titan business with you together. So SYNNEX, quickly, since October 17, we officialed this new branding, a new name. It's a merge of Tech Data and SYNNEX. Tech Data, #1 distributor in the world, and also SYNNEX, #2. And we decided to join forces in order to really align the different strategies, the different product and the solution to the market, and make it even stronger to continue to provide the best offer to our resellers, but also expanding the different services that we can propose there. The impact in Europe was a little bit less stronger because SYNNEX didn't have an exposure there. But globally, we are benefiting of all these merge forces between the marketing team, the sales team, and the technical team in order to continue to approach efficiently these market changes. A few things change: the brand, the logo, the different email address that you use to get contact with our BDMs, but we have the same teams, only stronger, with same offer, stronger solution, stronger, and like this. Thank you, Vincent. So let's spend a little bit of time on the why. We've seen that recently. In the last 2 years, the past 2 years, we've seen a lot of things change. This change happened rapidly, but it's also a good opportunity to create further businesses and further challenge to relieve with the channel. What we've seen in the past 2 years, that different research even shows that after doing from this pandemic crisis, moving into the remote world, and then changing to the hybrid world, and now being exposed to even changes in this hybrid world to security, how we want to extend the collaboration and the security. We decided to really clarify the message and clarify the different offers that we can bring there. Because when we talk to the different customers, and some research even strengthen this message, is to see that the customer don't want to have only transaction anymore. They just want to make sure that they get the full value of all the products that they change, and the full value of the products that they purchase. But they also want that these products get also aligned with everything that they put in their strategy. And to do this, we wanted to make sure that we expose the different way of approaching the product, get the full adoption of the product, and the full usage of the different products that we put in place. Oh, I think we are a little bit unsynchronized with the slideshow, but maybe next time I will take the control of the slides to be aligned there. Okay, yo.
Yes, all right. So thanks, Luis. So the why, now of course the who are we? SYNNEX is a worldwide company. We have 22,000 co-workers who makes it possible to serve 150,000 customers, like globally over the world. with different sizes, with different sectors in more than 100 countries. Our vendor and of course our customer relationships, they are long, they are enduring, and they're built on trust. And our long history of robust IT leading in the distribution world speaks for itself. So in short, we have a strong, well-positioned business that is growing. We are operating at the center of the critical market. We all know that the IT market is a critical market today in the unsure world that we are living in. And of course, it's a critical market that is accelerating and changing as well. And we as SYNNEX, we are uniquely situated really in the center of it to help drive our vendors and the future growth of the vendors, and of course of our beloved customers, all the 150,000 of them. Now, if we look a bit more specifically to Europe, you see that we are present in all the countries throughout Europe. We are a team of 7,000 co-workers with approximately 65,000 customers throughout all the different countries. Now, the markets, of course, you probably know that the markets are relatively separate in all the different countries. So we have dedicated leadership and dedicated teams within all the countries that you can see here on the map. So we're really talking about the CSP team. So for Microsoft, we have specific people in the countries supported by us, of course, to get them up and running, and of course our customers as well. In most of those countries, we are leader in terms of distributor as a whole. So not only focusing on Microsoft, but on the Microsoft space, we're also leading in a lot of countries with our local CSP teams, as we call them. So we are the #1, like I said, end-to-end technology distributor, having a wide and a broad offer, going from endpoint solutions to analytics to IoT. We also have a big focus now, of course, but I'll talk a bit later on it on security. We're going to you are investigating, of course, the high growth topics as of today as well, the metaverse, VR, AR, so that we are all looking into as well. So a little bit of a history of a timeline. We started in 1974 as a local print distributor, which, of course, with the rise of the PC back in the time, I was not yet born, but okay. We had a big expansion, of course, to Europe and in Europe as well. Then from in the middle from 2007 to 21, we made a lot of acquisitions. A lot of executions, diversifications, innovations that we did throughout those 15 years. And then as of 2021, we merged, like Fabrice said, with SYNNEX to become again, or to remain, of course, the biggest distributor and solution aggregator that there is. We have edge to cloud value portfolio. So like I said, from as a service to outcome focused solutions, our platforms. And we are leading, of course, and leading the growth in, like I said, in IoT, metaverse, etc. So if we then, of course, look at what else we have, we do not only have Microsoft, but we all have, like other vendors as well. And we really are the vital link in the technology ecosystem. So throughout the European space. So going to go a little bit, let me find my pointer here. I hope you see it, otherwise I'll just go through it. So we have it as a service on top, where we create services to help you to get you faster to market. We have specializations. We can help you on digital marketing. We have a really big focus there, so we can help our partners succeed and getting into the markets. Through, of course, the use of our platforms. And this is really for all our vendors. So it's not specifically to one, really for everything that we offer to the market. So in summary, of course, we have a purpose, we have a vision, a mission and values shown here on the slide. We'll share the slide, so I will not go through everything in details. We'll share it afterwards so you can go through it. But I think the Biggest one is our vision. We connect all the global IT ecosystem and unlock all the potential of it for everybody. So like I said, we have big corporates as customers, but the vast majority of our customers are SMBs, are you. So let us help you in getting to the market and quicker and faster. All right, Fabrice, back to you.
Thank you, Vincent. So as said in the introduction, Vincent and I, we are working on the modern work part and making sure that we optimize the different scenarios in the modern work and security and make it at scale to be duplicated in all the EMEA country. Can you move to the next one, please? Yeah. So indeed, when talking to modern workplace today, the first topic that we want to address this year, it's especially around the security part, because security has been a big driver when we see our people want to stay productive, but moving from multi-places, moving from multi-devices, create unfortunately some opportunity for the cyber criminal. And in SMB, we don't have to think that SMB is too small to be attacked by a cyber criminal. It's today representing 1/3 of the attack, and it has been something like 300% increase year-over-year on the attack rate. So we don't need to see yourself as too small to be attacked. Everyone is exposed. SMB, it's also a scaled business, so it's a scaled opportunity for the attacker to be there. And the idea here is really approaching the fundamental solution to put in place the right security approach and make sure that using Microsoft solution, we can position the right approach and the right posture on the security part. Having a security posture today can make sure that we stay vigilant, we stay aligned with what Microsoft put in place around this zero trust approach, and making sure that we can help you also developing the different managed services for your resellers are a key differentiator there to continue to switch and strengthen the security approach. In the topics that we want to approach also with modern work, it's around the converged communication. Here we create integration of the communication and collaboration in order to improve the different flow of work with Teams. Microsoft Teams today, it's representing more than 270 million active users on a month. And making sure that we use Teams not as only a chat meeting, but really as a canvas to all the collaborative works that you do on the day-to-day business. It's key to optimize this kind of approach. Then we do have also an approach around the cloud PC parts. It's really how we can run some business securely from anywhere, from any kind of device, leveraging, for example, Windows 365. And we built already some different scenarios there. So I hope you can reach out to the different BDM in countries to explore these topics. All of the security, converged communication, cloud PC, and other approach are also dedicated to small SMB, where we categorize 1 to 25 seats there. And all the scenarios are also applicable there. Do you want to run the poll now, Vincent?
Yes, it's just wanted to see how what's your focus this year. All right, we can go to the next one, Fabrice. You're on mute if you're talking.
Always happened at the wrong moment. Microsoft approach, it's indeed divided in three main workloads around modern work and security. But the different teams that we have are also positioned on the Azure business in order to help you to identify the right scenarios in order to migrate your on-premise business to the Azure cloud from Microsoft. But also identifying some specific scenarios around the IoT, data analytics, strengthen this Azure cloud security. All of this, it's also part of the different package that we can provide in order to identify the right scenarios to switch to Microsoft Azure cloud business. Next one.
Let's go indeed directly to
yes. And the last but not least one, it's around the business application part, where we do have also the same approach around the different scenarios for ERP and CRM, but also connecting extra user experience with different connection between business application, but also Teams integration, but also the Viva topics area. And here we do have also in each area dedicated teams in order to help you identify these kind of scenarios, do some ramp up, start some kind of customer immersion around the different scenario and list the art of possible and start some business there with you. So based on these three different scenarios, indeed, we created our value and our full strategy around the 4S. 4S, Vincent will start to present it a little bit later. It's when we approach exactly and leverage the different skills parts, the different solution that we put in place on the market, the different support that we can provide to you, and the different offers that we can embed into a support for you, but also the different services that we can deliver, either managed services or professional services.
Still you, please.
Sorry?
Still you.
Yeah, exactly. I have a slight delay. I don't know what happened with the bandwidth. Anyhow, on the skills part. Skills parts, indeed, jumping into this full area of Microsoft solution is pretty tricky. And therefore, it's key to make sure that you master the different levels. And for this, we prepared a journey with different maturity to achieve. Starting from the fundamentals, we made sure that going through our SYNNEX Academy, we are able to bring you to the full fundamentals around the security part, the modern work part, Azure part, or Dynamics part. And there we have a full approach in order to get the benefit of all the skilled people that we have internally, but also making sure that this kind of skills, we have a transfer of competence into your team. And there we are able to have webinars. We have some specific dedicated session in order to help you get and appropriate yourself into this different certification before getting the different badges later on the Microsoft side. So indeed, we do have this SYNNEX Academy available in many countries, many languages. And if you can move to the next one, because here we have listed the different certification where you can get connected with our academy to first train into the different session, but also get your certification at our side. And we have also some specific discount offer on some certification in order to help you certified in the MCCP program. Support one. Using cloud solution, we as a solution aggregator, we need to provide and secure that we have the first level of support also in the platform. But then we decided also to enlarge the approach and the offers that we can dedicate to you, because sometimes it's something that you cannot have in-house. And for this, we do have two kind of offers that can cover all the support that you might need around handling the tickets, handling the multi-language support, having the different kind of deployment or resolution that you can have into the cloud integration or deployment. And for this, we do have also some offer to propose, and it's part of our 4S strategy. So in each country, you will have indeed the CSS support available with your local language as a 24/7 and with a different level of SLA in the two different contracts that we propose over the support elite and basic.
All right, next to the third S is services. So if we go through our services, a little bit of course, a bit of background. Our services are at a highly competitive pricing in terms of the projects that we do. You have a provision of IT infrastructure and modernization services across Europe. So our services are available for all countries. And to reduce, of course, your cost, augment capacity, and offer new services, you can elevate still your top talent. So if you have the question that you can see here on the slides, we can help there. So our services are really, you can see our services team as an extension of your workforce, because we do never go directly to the end customer. We always do it together with our partner, with you. We do the services at the project, we deliver it at the customers. We always do it with the head of the partner and never as the head as a TD SYNNEX. Now, what different types of services do we have? On the left-hand side, you can see professional services. Those are actually for delivering consultancy on specific projects, doing the design of it, the analysis, and of course, then the full scope. We also do implementation and configuration options afterwards. So we also do optimizations, really checking the full environment if it's still all up to date, and if not, do of course the update if necessary. We can do training and certifications. Fabrice already talked a little bit about it. So you can train your technical people, but you can also do some sales and some marketing training, depending on your needs. In all our different countries that we have. We have tech care vendor support, so that's our support contract that we offer, of course, with the basic and the elite one. Those are all, the elite one is really, you can tailor it on each of your end customers. So it's not one contract that you take for all your end customers. You can really specify it, what you specifically need for which customer. Then we have our cloud services. So that's really migration services. If you do need to do an on-prem to cloud migration, we can help there. Backup services, of course, really important, especially today with all the hacking going on, but coming back on that later on. We have Cloud Express and 24/7 managed service that I already touched upon a little bit a couple of seconds ago. Now, today, cybersecurity or just security as a whole is very important. So we have a very broad portfolio there that you can make use of and implement specific projects in your end customers. And then we have remote infrastructure operations, also some managed services around that. So this really shows that we go far in terms of services. And like I already said, and I really want to mention it again and stress upon, we do this together with you. So if you have a project, all your people, all your consultants are working on projects, you have nobody available, or your people are not yet trained or not yet there, we can support in the meantime. We can help there, we can implement the projects that you need, and we can, of course, if you have done, for example, a new person in, we can help them get trained as well. So this is, I'm not going to go through it in all details. We'll send the slides, of course. You can go and through all the 4 different services that we offer specifically for Microsoft. This is really specific for Microsoft. So as you can see on Modern Work, we can do some AVD professional services, some Office 365 migrations. So it really goes far and beyond to support our partners on that part. Now, our solutions, that's really a big S in our 4S strategy as well. Now, in short, it's pre-built, ready-to-use, scalable scripts slash solutions that you can implement within the environments of yourself or your customers. So it's actually we call it our next-gen solution factory. It's a global team at SYNNEX that creates solutions based on what's happening in the market, what are the demands, of course, from the end customers, from the partners, from the vendors. So we really have like a full understanding of what's happening. We do some market research to see what you would specifically need, and of course we test some of the solutions with friendly partners, then of course. And put them into market. So we are trying to create solutions around cloud, data, IoT, and security. I'll go more into details in one of them, more than on the security part in a couple of slides. Now, how do we deliver those results? As you can see here, we have like 5 pillars, we call them, that we really, every solution that we make, we really focus on that we make that they are outcome centric, that they're innovative, that they are streamlined, market aligned, and value driven. So that's really something. Otherwise, we could create a solution, nobody uses it, then it's a waste of time, and nobody, of course, will deploy them and use them in the future. So outcome centric, they are really tailored to specific business outcomes, and of course, they should be agile and value driven. So why then? Why do we create those click-to-run solutions? It's to reduce complexity, because we all know that some specific tasks that needs to be done can be really complex, can be helped with creating some scripts and automate the process in the meantime. The second why is because of business efficiency. We deliver those high-quality solutions so that you can work faster, that the project is faster and reliable delivered. And then we, of course, go to the third one, speed and quality. You can accomplish more and deliver the project, like I said, faster and more effectively. That will free up some time of your consultants. And then at the end, of course, it's all about money in the end. You can increase your profitability, optimize your resources, reduce costs, and tap into new business opportunities, because then you can also make use of our training facilities, our services to train people, to get them into, for example, IoT, to get them into the AR business, VR business. That's a possibility where we can help them, of course, as well. An overview, as this is a Microsoft call, those are all our solutions about Microsoft, but we also have them for other cloud providers. So as you can see, we go from core infrastructure to application innovation, IoT, data protection, and modern workplace. I really would like to stress on one, because that's our latest, our youngest in the team, let's say. It's on SMB fraud defense that you can see at the bottom. Because if we check some numbers, if we check some facts, in the past year, 84% of organizations have reported an identity-related attack. Ransomware attack spiked more than 1,000% in the last year, between June 2020 and June 21. With remote work, which of course everybody is doing today, security breaches cost 1.07 million more, which is insane. So those numbers are really like crazy. So we decided we need to build something. We need to be there because you cannot protect yourself 100%, but let's get that threshold as high as possible for everybody, that you don't need to spend hours of coding, of getting everything in place in the backend, but that we really just have a solution that you can implement, you can deploy it inside our platforms, which then automatically gets your security posture of your tenants a bit higher. So another, not a cool fact, but a fact, 99.9% of the attacks that are happening can be prevented by using proper MFA. Because we did some studies and we see that a lot of tenants are not even having MFA enabled. They do not have the security defaults enabled, but Microsoft forced them 2 times. So it means that a lot of partners, a lot of end customers just manually turn them off. Which is like a high risk of getting just the people into your house, because you just leave the front door open, and then you cannot be surprised afterwards, of course, that strangers are coming into your house. So we created our newest one, the youngest one in the solution family, SMB Fraud Defense Click to Run. Let me quickly check that I'm still in time. Yes. So it's really about protecting your house. So we have some features that that you can use. As you can see on the right-hand slide, we divided them in 3 topics. We have identity protection, policies, and budget control. So for identity protection, you can deploy conditional accesses. You can integrate MFA with the one of Microsoft or third party. For policies, we have geo restrictions, block risky logins, and then for budget control, you can create the budget thresholds and create alert notifications. You can decide to who goes the notification, and you can all decide what you want to do all in our platform. So when you deploy the solution, you don't need to go to the backend and do it manually. You really can just put it into where you deploy the solution into our Stream 1 platform. You can choose what you want and how you want it, and click on deploy, and it gets automatically done in the backend. So I'm not going to go through this one because it's a lot of information on one slide, but I'll send it afterwards, because there you can see all the features that can be chosen when you use our solution. So you can, in the geo restrictions, the third one, for example, you can choose which geos I don't want to have or don't want to give access to our environment. At the bottom, you can, for example, look for specific virtual machines, those SKUs, or only specific type of virtual machines that are allowed into our environment. So you can, for example, block the big ones that are really, if you deploy them, that they cost like millions of euros in a couple of months, because we had that in the past. So really want to stress this one out. Please use it. It's there. If you're not that with TD SYNNEX, we can always help you get onboarded as fast as possible to get everything in place. So perfectly on time. MCPP, that's an example we want to give Fabrice and myself, because MCPP is there. There are a lot of question marks behind it, but we really have created about all the different kind of categories. We have solutions for it, and we can support you everywhere we want and we should. So this is hopefully not new. We have all the 6 different type of solution designations, and if you attain all 6, you get your Microsoft Cloud badge. So you can have in total a maximum of 7 badges now, compared to the old one. That's a lot less and a bit more simplified. So quickly go through the very, very basics. For those 6 solution designations, you have 3 pillars where you get points. On performance, net customer adds. On skilling, you have intermediate certifications, advanced ones. And on customer success, where you have usage growth and solution deployments. So you need to have a minimum of 70 points in each different category, and you need to have points in each different sub category. You need to have, of course, you can hold maximum have 100, but you need to have a minimum of 70. So if we look at those 3 different categories, how can we as TD SYNNEX support you into that transformation to attain one solution designation? On performance, we have our local TD SYNNEX contact that you can go to. They can help identify opportunities, identify new customers, find new seats to get that performance category up and running, and to get points into the performance area. On the skilling part, we have our TD SYNNEX Academy, which we already explained a little bit more, but I'll go more specifically on MCPP in a couple of minutes, where you can have your skilling, of course, and your training and your exam vouchers. And then on the customer success part, so that's solution deployment and the active usage, we also have our local TD SYNNEX team within your country that can support there to get your solutions deployed, so really that your end customer make use of everything that is into the specific license they buy and get everything up and running. So around the skilling part, so this is really shown in all the, as you can see, the 6 different types of solution designations with all the different exams that are required. So as you can see, we have, there is a link behind it, so you can click on it when we send you the slides. But as you can see, we can offer trainings on all the certifications that are specifically needed. If you click on these ones, you go to our webpage where you can subscribe to trainings, where you can find more information about the trainings and how to get there as soon as possible. Fabrice already touched upon it a little bit. There is a certification promo going on at the moment. There is a 20% discount on a professional exam voucher. So if you go to our website and click on it, you can buy those vouchers at the 20% discount, which is, of course, a nice one. Then we're almost at the end of our webinar. We'll get to the how. How can you make use of all our services, of all our solutions, our support, and our which is the 4th one? I forgot. Sorry. So
platform. Platform.
Yeah, indeed, platform. So let's join forces. Let us help you in learning the new tools, learning the new skills. Let us help you solve specific problems that you have. Let us help you solve and create solutions for it. We can help you with the delivering, of course, of the solutions and everything in the market, and we can help you evolve. And if you see new things that are happening, we can just start a cycle again and do it together, and in the end, achieve great outcomes together as a team. This is actually really our core focus at the moment. Fabrice, I don't know if you have something to add here.
No, we can keep some time for the questions also, but indeed, we can really save you some time in order to accelerate the ramp up of your team, but also help you to identify the next steps on the lead generation, on the marketing part. We do have also a strong team in order to help you to create this kind of a campaign. So it's also on the business part, but on the new customer detection or the new service creation that we can optimize the help and the support there.
Correct.
Maybe let's open the floor for question.
I don't see any in the chat or in the Q&A. I would say if you have a question, please put them into the chat so we can answer them. I don't see new questions popping in. No worries. You will get a recording. You will get the slides. If you have questions, you can always contact us, Fabrice and myself, on those email addresses. We will convert them or send the emails to the right persons in the countries so that you get supported and as soon as possible with the right people. So for now, I would like to say thank you for being here. I hope this was interesting, and hopefully we hear each other in the future.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.